Hi, Sagittarius. You did it to me again. I like it though. Okay, so this is Mary with Sayre. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for your likes, shares, and booking readings with me, donations, and buying cool stuff off my website. Information's in the description box. Um, this is the second round, and of course, it wanted to be done its own way because of you, and that's what I like. So that's why they're already laid out. So what I got before this was eh, it's like feeling, the feeling I got was of somebody maybe not being able to, like feeling a little bit forgetful, a little bit like lost. I don't know where I stand or where I should go or what I should do or if I'm doing enough, that kind of energy. But it's kind of dreamy. It's not really stressful. It's just kind of maybe finally getting to relax a little bit and like well, my yeah, just wanting to wanting to make a decision about something. Okay. So here's the good news. And here's the other thing, okay, that I want you to know that I reviewed these, like I have these laid out, and the reason is that I pulled the other cards that were there and they felt resistant. When I went to kind of review the book, because sometimes I need to review if it's one I haven't seen in a while with oracle cards, like this is the enchanted map, and I kept looking at the wrong cards, and it happened again. It happened like 3 times, so that's why I slowed down and I did it off camera and then brought it into the reading. I got rid of the old cards, but on this too, it did the same thing. So I'm wondering if somebody's either misreading your intentions or if you're misreading something, okay? And this is going to come into play here in the rest, just in this part. That was hard to say. Okay, so the first card is Spark. And this reminds me of your energy because this is saying now is a good time to create something new. So if you're wondering what should I be doing, how can I change, how can I make a difference, how can I make things better, what can I do to help, then you're being asked to really look at the things that inspire you, light you up, spark, create the spark of life in you, that spark of fire, which is who you are. So a new job, a new product, a new way is all part of your energy, Sagittarius, because you are the, it's like you're the one that kind of put yourself out there. The adventurer. So this has to do with, it's like art and music is what's coming through. She's playing the violin. um, it's about your heart. See the heart. So I'm listening also. That's why I get quiet. So there's a heart right there. And there's an angel playing it for her. Or that's her. It's kind of like her arm, but it isn't her arm. I don't know if you can see that up there. Like her arm disappears, and it's like this heavenly something playing her fiddle, right? Or her violin. So it feels like, Sagittarius, that it is divine guidance in a way, but divine information, like divine inspiration, right? Inspiration from your higher self, God, or your ancestors or something. And it might be bringing something forward, a type of art, a type of business, a type of, but it's going to create healing. It's going to help with healing, okay? It's going to help with the bigger picture somehow, okay? So, wandering around and being kind of relaxed and saying, what can I do? What should I be doing? That is the right question, after all. So, home reversed is 27, which is a 9. So 9s are always almost at the end of a cycle. And so when home's reversed, it's like, well, there's a resistance here. So home is about abundance. It's about having your own place and feeling like you're not getting there, feeling like something's blocking you. It's about feeling like you're being blocked from home, family, abundance. Success, stability. There's something in there about it is a block, actually, and it's a block that something that's being held onto that's keeping you from your success, keeping you from that place of knowing you're where you should be, okay? Like, this is my home, this is my life, I've created, I feel good in it. It's not somebody else's idea of what I should be. It took a while to get all that information to me, like what I should be or what I should be doing or how I should be acting or speaking, okay? But it's something to do with what you don't want to release, but still there that you know you're going to release and that needs to be released. And it's like the last holdout. So I don't know if that's like family or relationship or a habit. Feels like a habit. Not sure. Or a way of thinking. Something like that. That, whatever it is it's this spark and this can flow more freely, actually better when this is addressed. Because this is like putting the same, like a ditch that you keep falling into. Something that keeps handicapping you, okay? Yeah, it's like a handicap. You know, as long as you're still hanging on to it, it'll keep undermining you, okay? Okay. So, I hear the questions, okay? But here's, it's so interesting how these unfold. Here's the answer. The answer is listening. That now is not the time to talk. Now is not the time to give reasons why that you need to hold a certain position, okay? Because now is a change. It's a rebirth. It's a new positions, new endeavors, new ideas, releasing old. It's not about hanging on to and justifying what has been resistance to change, whatever that happens to be for you, Sagittarius. And now is the time for listening. Because there's something about the listening that's going to help you with where you need to go, what you need to do, what needs to be released, and how. Because by listening and connecting the dots, connecting the information that's not, the words not being said, that's what it is, the words not being said. It's the things not being addressed that tells you the truth about a situation. Yep. If somebody's not giving you closure and they know you need it, then that tells you quite a bit, doesn't it? If somebody doesn't want to make, it doesn't, you know, they know, sorry. If somebody's actions, if you're feeling insecure and somebody loved you and their actions were innocent, if they would want to address those actions, so you would feel secure if you were important to them. If they're not willing to do that, then that speaks for itself, doesn't it? That's just an example. I don't know who that's for, but it's just an example. So things not being spoken, not being identified, not being in the open tells you a lot. So if you've been asking for answers to some questions, then that's important for you to know that this is coming through for you. If this is about, because it feels like this is like a life that's being looked at, okay? Overall, like relationships and maybe it's finances and where I want to live and where I've been putting my attention and what I want to build, you know? Maybe you're looking at a new job, a new way of, you know, which it looks like all of that, possibly. Or something major. If it's a job and they're not addressing your concerns and they don't care about A, B, and C and that's important to you, that tells you all you need to know. So maybe that was a little bit clearer when I said it in that way. So I pulled another card. This is for the, sorry, I don't know why I'm stuttering. Are through the eye of the, Art through the eye of the soul oracle. Be curious, look deeper. So this is right under here. There's something home, this thing that needs to be released. It's something that about childhood, something that happened long ago that doesn't want to be looked at, that maybe the avoidance of looking at this is causing repetitive behavior. So you're being asked to be curious and look deeper, identify what that is, take that part of yourself back, go get yourself, and stop, whatever happened. Sometimes when things happen as children or different times in our life, we lose part of ourselves. It's like our power gets taken away. Go back and get your power. Go get it. You need it. You need your creativity. You need the love in your heart. You need your heart. There's something here about listening with your heart. Passion is great, but your heart is a great filter, so you know where the truth is. You've been asked to try to move the energy into your heart space to filter it, and that'll tell you if you're looking for another path in anything, or trying to identify lies over truth or whatever, confusion. Filter through your heart, and you'll know. You'll know what the answer is. You'll know where the truth is. And it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. Sagittarius doesn't. This is your life, your journey. Okay. So I'm just going to pull some additional information, kind of clarify what needs to be looked at, okay? This look curious, dig deeper, or be curious, look deeper. Is it's about emotions. What's driving your emotions? It's almost like it feels like it's avoidance, avoiding something, or maybe that is where the pitfall is. Avoidance of the emotions, avoidance of some kind of emotional pain or something. Like, how do I avoid what's being avoided that you know of, and then what is the behavior that's avoiding it, and then where's the origination of it, and why do you want to go back there? Because you're back there, and your heart is back there, and your soul is back there. It's a part of you that was left behind, and you need to go get that. And it's you don't have to relive anything. Just go get it. Go get yourself. Reclaim yourself, okay? Ready? Six of Pentacles reversed. This is lack of reciprocity. Things weren't fair, lack in general, financial, like this is a card if you have a business of embezzlement or somebody stealing from the company. It's financial loss, having to be careful about maybe what you're doing financially, and I think a lot of us have to right now. Us that are not working, and so next card is Ace of Pentacles. So this is a promise of abundance if you choose to accept it. It's abundance. It's a new job, new business, new opportunity, right? It's an offer from the divine. It's the spark. Do you want to take it? This is the idea. This is the enterprise. This is the tangible manifestation. That is beautiful. That's why you want to clear that energy. So you can be happy too. But there are rewards waiting. Many. Okay, and here's another one. Here's love. This is self-love first. Ace of Cups. Beautiful, Sagittarius. Ace of Cups. So accepting the love from the divine, love for yourself. Reclaiming that part of your heart, and then just going with that. Cup full. Your cup. You protect it. But you're open, see? And then you can have room to love somebody else because you're whole. You're whole. There's not a piece of you left somewhere else. There's not a piece of you that doesn't trust yourself. Okay? It could be new love. It could be a new start in a relationship. But things need to be evaluated. It's that you have to go back and get yourself first. Okay? And listening, this is about opening up your heart. I already said that. Sorry. I don't know why I had to go back there. So, Temperance, this is your card in your reverse, Temperance. The 14, this is the need for healing. Healing, bring your... So it's like feeling under the weather, not quite yourself, not quite like with focus, like lack of focus. It's cleaning up that old energy is going to help a lot. This is about healing whatever, if there's drug addiction or something like that going on right now that needs to be taken care of, you can get through this. You can get through anything. That's what this whole physical, the 3D experience is about. It's about conquering when we feel like we can't. And dominate in a good way. Like, yes, I did it. That. You can do this. So it's so worth it. It's completely worth it. I'm not even going to focus that much there. No matter what it is, addiction, whether it's emotional, I don't like the word depression, but emotional issues, just getting that stuff cleaned up. That's all. Clearing the energy. Okay. This is 9 of Pentacles reversed. So this is a card about a single person. Usually it's a woman, like the ex, so it could be, it doesn't mean it has to be a woman. Could anybody that after a split, or maybe because they're single, they feel like they can't build their own abundance, and that's just not true. In fact, it's almost better if we can build it on our own. Then we're not dependent on somebody. Then it's gravy, And we can say, no, I'm not going to put up with that. If we need to take a stand, we can take a stand. We don't have to compromise what we're willing to put up with. So we have a partner to help us pay the bill. Get a roommate. Just keep it simple. So I don't know who this is for, but keeping your life simple gives you more power, and you can live in your own integrity, not what somebody thinks you should be. Okay? Flipping this around is easy. You buy your own property. And I know we don't know what's going to happen, but Sagittarius, you're fire. You're all about new enterprise. You're all about ideas. You're all about creativity, and you're way about action. So for me to think that you can't flip this around within a very short time, once you get out of your own way, I know that you can, and you know that. I think inside you know that. Maybe that's why the feeling like you don't have direction is so difficult right now. But those difficult feelings is about getting them flipped and changed. That's why it's uncomfortable, right? So the last card here is a Queen of Wands. So this is great. So this can represent just somebody that you think is really attractive. Like it could be a feminine energy you think is attractive. But this is a fire sign. It could be you. Could be you is feminine energy, but it doesn't have to be. This is somebody that's creative and magnetic. So when you're on, you probably pull stuff to you. Boom, 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 boom. And you're going, why am I not on? What is this? It's that energy. It's short-circuiting a lot of stuff, okay? So getting back your energy, your confidence. This card is all about confidence. I got this. I know who I am. When you get this card, if you're this person, you're the prize, okay? You know your worth. You know what you can do, and nothing can stop you. And this is a great way to finish. I like that. If that's not you, then it's somebody that maybe you look at that's very attractive to you. Maybe another fire sign. It doesn't have to be somebody embodying this energy. And it's a good example of somebody, if you know somebody like this, that is inspiring you. Okay, so we're going to do a couple angels and ancestor cards. If this thing that needs to be cleared, if you don't have a handle on what that is right now, I think there might be a few of you that don't, then that's where you want to use your listening skills also to how, it's like watching your life as the observer instead of as an active participant. So How do you do that? It's when something weird comes out of your mouth, you go, why did I say that? Or let me look at situations, and that's going to give you an idea back. If it's a memory if it's a lost memory, then there's going to be clues coming in, okay? Could it be a behavior you do and you don't know why you do it? Angels and ancestors here. Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. Love this card. Slide like a fox. Crazy like a fox. Foxes are smart. They change colors in the wintertime when it snows. They turn white. Yeah. And they're just adaptable. It's like this thing about being adaptable and being kind of under the radar. Like, if you want to be. Okay. Trusting your talents to create whatever it is you want to create. You've got this. I mean, there's just this whole thing in manifestation. It's all rolling out in front of you. Do you accept? Do you accept this mission? Okay, and this is great. Dream and Journey is the next card. So this is like a drum. It's Native American. I don't know if you've ever been to a powwow, but like it's usually men, because I haven't been to a lot, but they kind of sit around this big drum and they all chant and drum and they all kind of beat at the same time. And they get this rhythm going where they they're definitely in sync, but their energy combines. And I don't know if there's some kind of intent behind that, but it's getting a rhythm, and like a rhythm of life, a rhythm of intent. Now, exercise or music may get you there, maybe writing, but it's something that can take you to where you can dream and journey. Like imagine what you always wanted to do and imagine how that would look. Okay. And so that's a place of creation. That's a place where we change things, like if you saw something in the world and you said, I want to change that. I want to help with that. And I don't know how. And it just, whatever you're seeing is breaking your heart so bad. This is just an example. I want to help. Please, we pray, or however you touch with your higher self or spirit, right? I don't know how I can help, but I know there's something I can do. That is one way, and then I don't have to know the details. I know that I can. I know. I don't have to have the details. I know that I can make a difference. Boom, there it is. Because I heard somebody say that sounds so lame. And maybe that's why something's kept somebody from using their imagination for change, because of the judgment. Okay? I've been called lame a lot of times, and I know I'm not. So I don't care what anybody thinks. So, I invoke laughter. See? So I guess if they laugh at you, at least they're laughing. I used to worry about that, but I don't anymore. Because if people laugh at you for like saying or doing what they don't think is whatever, like if they're trying to make fun of you, then I converse with awareness. You can see, you're aware of where they are. And so that's easy to forgive because of that. Conversing with awareness is like, when we're in this listening place, we can see things for what they are. And so it's having awareness at all times, being aware of what comes out of our mouth and what others are saying or not saying. It's really important. I have awareness at all times, especially in my communication and why I'm communicating in a certain way. Okay. I like that. I hope that reading helped, Sagittarius. I wish I knew what you were going to do. I wish I knew what a lot of people were going to do. So I'd love to hear it if you feel inspired. But sometimes I know plans are top secret. We can't tell anybody until after. But I'm excited for all of us. Love you. Bye-bye.